Sturgeon?
How big is that fish?
So this fish we caught this morning out here on one of our set lines that are set. You guys might have seen all the buoys that are out there. So we have 50 hooks on each one of those lines, and we had 350 hooks out there. Our hooks are right here, and we bait them with gobies. Okay, there's been studies showing that these little lake sturgeon like gobies to eat. So yesterday we caught 17 fish total, and the biggest fish that we caught was 96 pounds.
Wow.
Hey Bruce. Hey, this fish is about 40 pounds right here.
Wow.
So what we're doing with this, I'm sure Margaret has told you, but we're collecting a lot of information from each one of these fish. We collect the weight, the length of the fish. We also do a surgery, a small incision in the fish, and insert a transmitter to see where the fish goes throughout the Great Lakes.
Do you have questions? Raise your hands. Anybody have a question? Margaret tell you how big the teeth are on these fish?
Oops, sorry.
0 inches? How many hours is the fish?
So we set our set lines overnight. So he just asked, how long do you set your lines out for? How long does it take to catch the fish? And these were set last night, and we'll pull them in the morning. Today we're not doing so good. We already pulled in 3 lines and have only caught 1. Yesterday we caught 17, so go ahead. Do you have another question? Yep.
How does the fish feel?
How does the fish feel?
It's it's very smooth, it's slimy. But if you run your hand the opposite way, it's very coarse, kind of like sandpaper.
What other kind of fish is like that, guys? You guys know? You guys ever heard of shark skin and how you go one way it feels smooth and the other way it's sandpaper? Yeah, exactly, just like that.
So a lot of the smaller fish, we caught a few smaller sturgeon yesterday, and they have sharp scutes on them. And they're protection for when those fish are small, and it protects them from predation. These fish, you can see the scutes, if you want to point them out, Andrew, on this fish, but as they get older, those scutes wear off over time, and they're not as sharp.
Yep, just like I showed you guys, the little fin I handed around, that was one of those scutes.
How old is that one? How old is that?
So here's a scute right here.
Yep, there it is.
How old is that?
It's really hard to say how old these fish are. You know, they grow at different rates depending on the systems that they're in. That fish could be anywhere where you think from 15 to 30 years old. Yeah.
You got a question up here, Justin?
Yeah, go ahead.
How long is that fish?
4 foot, maybe? About 4 foot long, 48 inches, 50 inches, maybe? Any other questions? 2 in the back. Yep, go ahead. All the fish that we catch here are released right back where we caught them. So the lake sturgeon is a threatened fish species in the state of Michigan and in Ontario. So there is a recreational fishery in the St. Clair River where you have to get a special tag from the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. You can fish them and keep them in a certain size. But yes, all the fish that we catch, we release back into the water after we collect our information.
When you get towards
Yep, go ahead up there. So how long do they stay out of water for? We keep these fish out of water anywhere from about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll put them back in the water, and we will let them be in the water for a little bit longer, and then we might take them out again. But yes, yep. And the question was, do you have to have a license to fish for sturgeon? And yet there is a small recreational fishery in the St. Clair River, but other than that, you can't keep sturgeon except a couple inland lakes in Michigan as well. Yep, go ahead.
How many fish have you caught that have jumped out of your hands?
We get caught up. He asked how many fish have we caught that jump out of our hands. They don't ever jump out of our hands. We're pretty tough. Yeah, they do cut you. Like we were just comparing battle scars from yesterday. So we have a lot of scars on our hands because of their scutes. The small ones will really cut you pretty good. The larger ones won't as bad, but their scutes will make small cuts on your hands.
Has that one been tagged?
Nope, we haven't worked this one up yet.
All right.
Yep, go ahead. How long does sturgeon live?
How old's your grandmother? How old's your grandfather? All right. How old's the oldest person you know? How old do you think Dr. Bruce Manning is? They live over 100 years. Over 100. And some of them live to be 150 years old. Pretty cool. Who thinks that's cool? Raise your hand. Think that's cool, live 150 years? I'd like to live 150 years. I want to look. That's the problem. What's that?
What's the question? Lethal. No, they will not hurt you. The only way that really lake sturgeon can hurt you, I would say, is from their scutes. Or if you get slapped by the tail from a big fish. But you don't have to worry about about it hurting you.
I've been
Good?
slapped in the face by a fish.
One more?
Anybody have a question? Oh, yeah, go ahead. So he said, I heard that sturgeon were a living fossil. Sturgeon were around how long ago?
Oh, this way or this way?
120 to 150 million years ago, based on the fossil records. So they survived all this time.
You're about
When
to
did
drop
the
it.
dinosaurs die? How many millions of years ago did the dinosaurs die? 60 million years ago, right around that time. So these have been around a lot longer than dinosaurs have left this planet. So is it a cool fish?
Yeah.
You guys have fun?
Sturgeon.
There we go.
All right, here we have you see it on them, the bumps on their back. Those are really sharp. And on the big ones, they kind of wear off eventually. So, what do you think? Anybody want to be a fisherman? Yes. Anybody like biology? Who likes biology? You like biology?
And the world.
Get good pictures. What other questions do you have?
I was going to something.
On the U.S. side, you're able to catch one fish per year. So if you want to keep it, you got to have a special tag, and you only catch a certain size. What's that? Did you buy sturgeon? Buy what? The license? What? Go ahead, go. Your turn. Go on.
You're gonna buy yeah, you need a special tag for sturgeon. They're free. But you gotta ask for it whoever sells fishing licenses.
Here we go. Last thing. Hey, Cap. Do a sturgeon dance. We got a whole bunch of fish out here we want to catch. Ready? Justin's going to demonstrate. No, Justin's going to do it. Come on, Justin. Come on, Justin. Get a picture of this.
Someone, please.
I got a video going.
Good.
Oh, swim. There you go, Margaret.
There we go. Aww.
Everybody, swim. Come on.
Let me give you some breakfast.
Come on.
All right, so
It's your
go like this.
You're going backwards.
Just like on there.
You want some?
Round of applause for these guys.
Thank you!
Guys.
We're about to get a picture later on!
Yeah.
That's a big one.